Hello everyone, it's finally out. The third update for Hytale. You can't even imagine how much new content has been added here. So I created a small map for the review. The farming update. At the very least, they've added new sickles for us. This is roughly how they look in your hand. Honestly, the design is very beautiful and interesting. And they're needed to quickly harvest crops. Just take a look. It's become so much more convenient. Just wow. This is exactly what Minecraft is missing. 1, 2, boom, and that's it. And almost everything is done. They've also updated the animal taming system. Now you can actually tame them, instead of them just running around the world with nothing you can do with them. There was a lot of hate related to this issue, but now we can easily switch to survival mode. Honestly, it's a bit strange that this only works in survival mode. So, here we go, switching to survival. The animals got a little scared. But now, for example, when we take apples, tomatoes, beets and all the other crops, we can approach an animal with a certain type of food, and it is going to display precisely the information it requires. Press F and you are all finished. It's tamed. Ready. For example, here's what our camel wants. The camel wants a tomato, so we take a tomato. It notices it. For example, let's see what our pig wants. Our pig likes beets, so we take one and approach it. And that's it. Now it's tamed. Or here, I haven't tamed this one. It still wants beets. There, we fed it. That's it. Now it's ours. What interesting animations. Oh my god, what's going on? So, for example, what does our chicken want? Our chicken wants corn. I've got corn ready too. We click and that's it. We've tamed the chicken. Now they're not afraid of us. They don't run away from us. I wonder if you can tame a buffalo. The buffalo likes cauliflower. We have that too. Take a look. There, we click. And that's it. Now it's not afraid of us. It even looks at us with interest. So, what does the sheep want, for example? Our sheep eats regular cabbage. There, that's it, we fed it. Also, the update added, finally, new markers on the map. Before, we could only place one marker, but now we go in, click, and create a new marker. And we get a small menu where we can choose, for example, a cave, a tent, a chest, or a sword. This one, for example, I don't really understand. It looks like some kind of aura, and we can also choose the color of this marker's light. For example, let's say I am particularly interested in this specific camp located right here on the map. To keep track of it, we can create a brand new marker and choose a vibrant color, like pink, to make it stand out. We can then type in some useful notes or a description before officially creating the marker, and just like that, the process is complete. But we can also create not just one marker, but several. Now let's create a new marker. For example, here we have an entirely imaginary cave structure in white. There, it is now completely finished. Or for instance, if you ever find that you need to securely conceal this specific marker from other people. And for example, you're playing online, you have some kind of hidden base, and for other characters you click, for example, on the blue house, and this check mark removes your marker from other players on this server, and only you can see it. Only you. Let's move on with our update. They've also updated the parkour system for us. Here, I've prepared a little map for parkour. Actually, this is a new generation. I've never seen anything like this in the game before. But I also noticed an interesting bug related to the new parkour system. Now, on ropes, we can not only climb, but we can also spin around and not fall off at all while doing it. Can you imagine how much new parkour can be created with this system? Yeah. It's actually amazing. You can also speed up on these ropes or jump from one rope to another. So you go down, step aside, then you jump onto the next one. Honestly, it's really cool, but about the bug I noticed, it's actually a bit strange. I added these ropes myself, but the nearest one was generated by the game itself. And around this rope, I can easily spin. And the character walks around the rope in a full 360 degrees. But that's only when I jump onto it. First of all, he doesn't always grab on, and that's really strange. There's no problem here. But here, if you come closer, There, he grabbed on. But as soon as I start pressing right or left, he just falls off. It's really strange. Yes, of course, there are some minor flaws in the game, but it's nothing serious. They'll fix them. They also updated the ladder climbing system for those who used to get annoyed by it. Previously, when our character climbed a ladder, he would stick to it as if glued, and you couldn't move right, left, or even jump back off. But now you can easily move right or left. For example, here, I want to move away from the block. Hop, he jumped off. Super, in my opinion. They made it very convenient. It's kind of like in Minecraft, actually. And now for the most interesting part, the flamethrower. You can't imagine how beautifully it's done. In the first pre-releases, yes, the fire looked a bit strange, but now they've improved it. Just look at how gorgeous it is. And if you look at it from a third-person perspective, the fire follows us, and it has an almost perfect physical resemblance. Let's try to set something on fire. For example, these ropes right here. Do they burn? Yes, the ropes are burning. Look now. Ah no, the ropes aren't burning. Let's try to set it on fire. There, and the fire spreads very beautifully. Of course, it would be even better if the grass underneath changed its texture a bit, but I think that will change over time. But if you run to a spot with a lot of grass and shoot fire, just look at how beautiful it is. It spreads. Just wow. And a clear field. Now you don't have to run around and keep hitting like this all the time. But even on regular grass, the fire lingers for a while. Now let's take a look at burning wood. Honestly, that's what I like the most. For example, we start by setting one block on fire, and it begins to spread. And actually, it spreads pretty quickly. Well, I don't even know how to comment on this, it's just so beautiful. I'll remove it. Wow. The tree, it just burns and its texture changes, the leaves burn away, and what's left is just the tree without any leaves, completely burned. This is absolutely amazing. Wow. I have to say, the only thing is, yes, the fire's rendering fades away just a little bit over time, but overall it is still very beautiful and quite impressive to look at. There it goes, spreading. It spreads from one tree to another, and you can burn down the entire forest, just everything. And look at how the atmosphere changes instantly. And so the third update has come to an end. In fact, they've added a lot of new content. Now you can really play, set up your own farms, and the world has become much more lively and interesting. Now there's at least another 30 hours of content for sure. And that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe and leave a like.